Siyamvuma Dricus du Plessis in that regard. He's all about winning. However, Khamzat Chimaev.
Ubani uKhamzat?
Akusitshele usikhosana mbani? Usikhosana yini?
Who is this guy and what makes him so special?
Bruh, this guy loves to fight. Mjita lives for this. His whole life, he's never been beaten in single combat by another man. Mjita's always been, I smash everybody.
Everybody, I come in for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ, I'm the king, kill everybody.
I kill everybody. Now, it's almost like he's ready to be champion.
How do you think this fight is going to go, bro? Because I can tell you this much, and for free, Khamzat is going to do what he's always done.
He will do it.
Yeah, bro. So how does Dricus du Plessis defend against Leon?
He's fighting against a power finisher. Umuntu who's just born tough. When he hits you, it hurts.
It's the weekend that we've all been waiting for, folks, and mangiti all the sports fanatics out there. Njinga, I think Zutu Pela is into that literally get me on the edge of my seat every single time. And I'll tell you, it's when the Springboks play, bro.
For sure.
It's when the Springboks play against Tier 1 nations. You'd remember in 2023 Rugby World Cup, bro. Quarterfinal, semi-final, final. Simincile. Those 1 point margin wins. And also, any int of it to engishayisa ngovalo kuba khona lishandisile ebalapha. It's when Dricus du Plessis, dog, is on any fight card, bro.
Yeah.
Especially since joining the UFC. But angisakubingeleli ngisho kubingelela mfethu. So I think yabo njengamanje it's the level of excitement, bro, because
bro, I'm with you.
Because
I'm with you right there, dog. We've
We've
been waiting. UFC 319. Dricus du Plessis versus Khamzat Chimaev. Lalela Sports Mjita. Dricus du Plessis, he always wins. He finds a way to win, right? A lot of people have been counting him out because he doesn't fight conventionally. Yeah, but when he throws his jabs or his straights or his hooks, it's not textbook. Yeah, but he does it to make sure that he hits you. Yeah, but so we definitely Siyamvuma Dricus du Plessis in that regard. He's all about winning. However, Khamzat Chimaev, bro.
Ubani uKhamzat?
Akusitshele usikhosana mbani? Usikhosana yini?
Who is this guy and what makes him so special?
Bro, Mjita, to my knowledge, Mjita was a Russia, kodwa he grew up in Sweden, Mjita. So he trained, when he started training, he had all the facilities, but more importantly, bruh, this guy loves to fight. Mjita lives for this. His whole life, he's never been beaten in single combat by another man. And you see it, Maumbona elwa Mjita. He's got a heavy wrestling background, but he's got clean boxing on top of his wrestling. Boxing, we haven't really seen it since he's gotten into the UFC. Yes, he's knocked some dudes out, esafiga, literally one punch KO. Yeah. But we've been seeing more of his wrestling as the competition got harder. But make no mistake, this guy is a boxer. And then when he Mike Bambi never Mjita lo Mjita Mike Bamba akuphunyuke kalula lapha mfethu akuphunyuke kalula
Fethu, I think his last fight was against Robert Whittaker, a legend in the sport, and I think abantu abaningi mfethu. I mean, the MMA community already knew how scary this dude was, but after that Robert Whittaker fight mfethu, and the way amqeda ngayo mfethu, game plan yakhe mfethu, it's always been the same, dog. It's always been the same. Shootouts from when we referee, it's like say, you know what's coming, bro. You know
you can't stop it. The thing about Robert Whittaker is that he's a former champion. So Chimaev used his wrestling 100% against Robert Whittaker. Maybe it's because he knew Robert Whittaker is a much better striker than him. Yabo, ngoba Robert Whittaker is a kickboxer. Yabo. So if boxing won't necessarily work against someone like Robert Whittaker, especially because Robert Whittaker is a lot smaller than other middleweights, so he's a lot quicker. So Mjita, like you said, take Kali fights. Mjita jumps across the octagon. Wambamba. Wangamdedela. And he normally rear naked choke, you choke umqala yabo. Mjita, ngoba Robert Whittaker is a world-class fighter, he was defending umqala wakhe. So Mjita Khamzat had his arm around Robert Whittaker's jaw, yabo, lana nje la by his face. What's it's indaba yomqala. He started squeezing la so hard he pushed his bottom teeth back. Yes, back. How strong do you have to be to do something like that to another grown-ass man?
That dude is scary. The boogeyman is scary, dog. And I was watching, obviously, it's fight week, man. Sabona, press conference. I was watching DDP earlier. And you know DDP, if it's still knocks, if it's always, it still knocks, bro. But cutting move up to Chimaev, the way is so chilled.
That's the
thing.
Mjita has always been, I smash everybody, I kill everybody. Now, it's almost like he's ready to be champion.
A lot has been said about Dricus Dricus du Plessis, his unorthodox. Mengachaza nje mfethu lento Mjita okhahlela iqupha bekushaya ngonyawo abevika mfethu akushaya ngathi ukhathele kodwa futhi manje ula kuwena. So if you look at indlela uDricus du Plessis alwa ngayo and then competition, Khamzat, how do you think this fight is going to go, bro? Because I can tell you this much, and for free, Khamzat is going to do what he's always done.
He will do it.
Yeah, bro. So how does Dricus du Plessis defend against Leon?
So we've spoken about this, Yabo Sports, Uguti. Khamzat, he will most definitely try to take Dricus down, and he probably will, Yabon. The difference is, Dricus is the biggest fighter that Khamzat has ever fought. Ngoba, before Robert Whittaker, who we've already established, he's smaller for middleweights. He's a lot smaller than the other middleweights. Before that, he fought Kamaru Usman, who's a welterweight, who didn't even move up to middleweight. He's a welterweight. Before that, he fought, I think it was Kevin Holland, who is also a welterweight, sometimes goes to middleweight, but he's also a small middleweight when he's at middleweight. Before that, Gilbert Burns, who is a welterweight. So Dricus is by far the biggest person Khamzat has fought. So we will see how effective his wrestling is against umuntu onamandla. Yabona, as strong as he is. Maybe his technique will start to shine. Maybe. Kodwa, he will not ragdoll Dricus the way he's been doing to other guys. I can put money on that. However, the striking, that's where things are going to get interesting, Sports.
Earlier this week, we saw ngicabanga lamachita ngoba elapha eChicago bahleli ngathi ngazome ihotela lodwa or whatever. Yeah, kodwa bahlangana and everyone on socials on the internet was saying ukuthi hey bufethu, look at how big Khamzat is compared to Dricus du Plessis. Do you think he is really that big, or mhlawumbe iengele ethize, or if he is really that big, kuqonda ukuthini lokho ku DDP?
That's, could be Angela Caesar, Because he's a big guy, to DDP. So that guy, he could easily make heavyweight. You'd be a small heavyweight, but you'd make it. When I saw that video, fine, Khamzat is taller, right? But I wouldn't say he's bigger than DDP. If you look at shoulder width, if you look at body mass, they're about the same. And DDP, ungichazile ngoba ufike wamuthi yabona wambamba ingalo wambamba ihlobo uyamkala mfethu yabo ukuthi ekuse wena uyisikhatsini yabo, and then he had a smile on his face. It's almost like, oh, I can see the extent yabona of your strength or of your conditioning, or
maybe it's
like
a reach thing.
Yeah, it could have been easily a reach thing as well yabo, kodwa ubemkala yabo. So I think in DDP's mind, ngoba he's been saying it this whole time, he wants to be the first guy to beat Khamzat. Yabo. I think in his mind, he's already won this fight. Yabo. Ngoba Khamzat, we know that he's not going to ragdoll DDP. The striking, as I mentioned, could be an issue, but DDP, he's going to eat those shots. Hopefully not all day, because you never know. But he's going to eat those shots. He's going to enforce his own game plan, which is to mix it up. Yeah, boy. I think DDP knows he's not going to pure strike this guy. He's not going to pure wrestle this guy. He has to use mixed martial arts. DDP, he's not a world-class striker. He's not a world-class grappler, but he is a world-class mixed martial arts fighter. And that's what I think is going to bring to the table.
And if you look at whenever DDP is on the fight card, bro, we saw his fights. Okay, so DDP has always been an underdog, bro. Always. And he's always had to prove himself, bro. Always, no matter who he came up against, be it your Sean Strickland, your Israel Adesanya,
even Robert Whittaker.
Even with Robert Whittaker, yeah. Coming to this fight, I think manje sibonile is that DDP actually relishes the underdog tag. Uti manje, he'll prove once again, Uti, he is the guy he thinks he is.
Yeah.
So Uma a winner le fight, where does that put him, bro? In the bigger scheme of things, Gule division le again.
Hey, bro, that's a tough question, Vince. You look at the middleweights, Anderson Silva. In my opinion, he's the greatest ever to do it. Yeah. To Anderson Silva, I think he's got like 13, 14 title defenses, but it's not just that it's title defenses. That guy used to just do crazy things in the octagon. You have Israel Adesanya. He doesn't have that many title defenses, but he shocked the world, especially being African-born. He put us on the map. He made it look good. Hey, but DDP, you can't deny him. My Khamzat DDP, honestly speaking, I don't see too many other people in the middleweight division who can beat him. That guy looks like he's a problem, though. But let me ask you something. So you look at Khamzat, you look at DDP. How do you see this fight going?
Hey, it's a tough one. It's a tough one, but I think both guys are tough of it. Yeah, both guys are tough, and I think I'm gonna go with what like the MMA community is saying, because if you was about to, or if you watching what people are saying out there, is that Ichansana Vetsu Khamzat, let's be honest, bro. If DDP survives the first 2 rounds, then that's where the fights starts get interesting, bro. If DDP can defend Lama takedowns, Khamzat, or if he can't, but can still be competitive on his wrestling game, I think he has a chance, bro. And this one thing is to underestimate DDP. Because we say Kombisi if it's time and time again.
He's champion.
Yeah.
But we spoke about this offline, sports. It's the striking. How do you think Khamzat, because Khamzat,
striking game is good.
His striking game is good. It's just that I see more Ninjalo. And let's say, for argument's sake, DDP defends the first 2 takedowns. Khamzat goes in, DDP defends them. What happens after that? How do you see the fight playing out? Do you think that Khamzat can strike with DDP, who is a decorated kickboxer? However, we've seen footage that DDP doesn't necessarily have head movement. He gets hits. He gets hits.
DDP, it's like we said, bruh, he is reckless. Even though he has volume, but Agwona wonke amaqupa akhe alindayo yabonga leyo ndlela. I think if it was to be a purely boxing game, angaba nenkinga. But this is why the sport is so beautiful, bro, because you're not limited to one thing.
I'm with you, and that's why I'm going to go on record now and say Dricus du Plessis for the win. I say it's I want to say it's going to be some sort of finish, but honestly speaking, I think it's going to be a decision. I 100% believe Dricus will survive the first round. I think he might take a lot of damage, but he will survive the first round. And Khamzat, having never been beaten before in his life, you know, we've seen him be tested by Gilbert Burns. He almost lost that fight. We saw him get tested by Kamaru Usman. Almost lost that fight. You know, if there was another 2 rounds, he might have definitely lost that fight. And I think that DDP is going to give Khamzat leso stress ukuthi no, you're not going to bully me, and we might see Khamzat's mentality crack. Yabo ukuthi I know I can't finish this guy, what can I do, I don't know what to do, and DDP at that point will start shining.
Yeah, hey, I also to DDP for the win, bro. Like RSA, baba.
RSA, no DNA.
No DNA. And another interesting thing, Jogo Bangshilo would say this weekend, Kudlala. Oh, I didn't mention this. Yeah. So this weekend, another interesting stat. This weekend, Kudlala Ama Springboks and against the Wallabies. The last time Dricus to PC Elwa. The weekend that the Springboks were playing. Wow, I
remember that.
So, because of Kalama Springboks, obviously the box face. We're gonna pump Australia, dog. We did that twice last year. Sibashela Gubo. We're gonna pump Australia, bro. Sibashela Gubo in Perth and in Brisbane last year. Faith, we've been waiting. The Boks have been here chilling for 3 weeks preparing for this fight.
Yeah.
For this match.
Yeah. No, I'm with you, bro.
but when you play against the Springboks, bro, it's a fight, dog.
It's a fight. It is a fight. It's a fight,
so
dog.
You're right. So they've been preparing for Australia for the last 3 weeks. Yeah. Australia Puma from a very, very tough tour with the British and Irish Lions, where they were competitive. We came Miss Mealy, but lost through a controversial decision. And then we came Miss Saturday. They actually beat the British and Irish Lions. But got another British and Irish Lions is our in the series. So Ogama Springboks, it's Sekeleni as a winner. But TDP, the last time, Elwa, the same weekend as Springboks, win. Yeah. So we're looking forward to that. And Njinga, just quickly, imapa maya ngiyazi tsagulu to please pel. Imapa maya ma fighters pega in this card.
Bro, this is a pay-per-view card, so usually on my pay-per-views they're all stacked. Yeah, but like I always tell you, watch the prelims. My prelims, watch them because those guys are hungry. They do crazy things. But anyway, if you can't watch the prelims, it's fine. So we've got Kai Asakura. He's fighting. I mentioned him because he was brought from Japan to try and beat the UFC flyweight champion, who's just too dominant. Beat him, obviously. So now we're going to see if Kai Asakura is the real deal. We've got Michael Venom Page, MVP, against Jared Cannonier. MVP is welterweight, but he's moving up to middleweight. He's a long karate-style fighter, in and out type movements. He's quick, he's strong, but he's fighting against a power finisher. Umuntu who's just born tough with Jared Cannonier. Like, when he hits you, it hurts. We've also got, I might be leaving one out, but we've got Lerone Murphy, undefeated. He's fighting against Aaron Pico. Aaron Pico, I think, is coming from Bellator, you know. I heard Henry Cejudo talk about him, saying he's in the prime of his life. He's a great fighter. He's insane. I've never seen him fight. I've seen highlights, but I think that's going to be a good fight, especially because Lerone Murphy's got crazy hype around him. And then I feel like I'm missing one out. But yeah, it's going to be dope.
Can't wait for the fight weekend. Man. If it's Shire. But let us know ukuthi wena ucabanga ukuthi ubani winayo. Oh, Dricus to please vele. But is it a KO, TKO, kwenzakala njani? Let us know. And also sitshela ukuthi uyibuka le fight. We might just come around so ibuka ndawonye. Yeah, that'll be very
watch
nice.
Parties. Yes, we don't have watch parties.
We don't have watch
parties.
Let's
do this, man.
Tanko.